Hey guys, in this video we're going to look at different ways to solve equations just using addition and subtraction. So we're going to start, it doesn't matter whether you have fractions, whole numbers, decimals, it doesn't matter. If you've got to move one of those terms, you'll move it in the same way. So let's look at the first equation on the left. The first thing you're going to do when you look at an equation is zero in on that equals sign and see what you have on either side of it. On the left hand side we have u plus 3/4, and on the right hand side we've got just the 3/4. We have to move the 3/4 from the left side because it's over there with the variable. We would like to move it away from the variable. And since it's being added currently, we are going to subtract it so that we can move it. In this case, I'm going to mark out the 3/4 that we decided to move, and the other two, the 3/4 minus the 3/4 on the right hand side, actually gives you 0 as an answer. So the first equation is going to end up u equals 0. Let's look at the second equation. Zero in on the equal sign. We're going to decide that the 1 needs to move. It's being added, so we want to subtract it from both sides. And 4 minus 1 is 3, which is equal to the v. In the third equation, we've got some fractions again, and we're going to move, after we zero in on the equal sign, we're going to move the 8/3. In this particular case, the 8/3 is being subtracted, so we want to add that in order to move it. By adding the 8/3, we have essentially removed it from that right hand side, and when we add the two fractions on the left, we get actually 9/3 is equal to x, and that simplifies. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 is our final answer on that one. And in the fourth equation, zero in on the equal sign, we're going to move the 4.6 by subtracting it, and that will remove it from the left. When we put it over there on the right hand side, 5.5 minus 4.6 is positive 0.9. These were all just one step. We either added or subtracted. Now we're going to look at just a few more steps with these particular examples. So let's look at the one on the left. Again, when you start a problem, you're going to zero in on the equal sign and take stock of what you've got. In this one, we have a few things on the left and on the right. We actually have some like terms. So what we'd like to do, there's two constant terms on the left, and there are two variable terms on the right. We want to put those together before we start going across the equal sign. So the negative 5.8 plus 9.6 is going to become positive 3.8, and the 5.3 minus 4.3 is actually 1, which is 1n. So now we can rewrite what we've got. The 3.8 equals n plus 0.8, because when you have a 1, you can actually drop the 1 and just have the letter by itself. Now we're at the point where we just have to decide what we need to move. So we're going to move the 0.8. It is currently being added, so we're going to subtract it from both sides. And that leaves us with 3 on the left-hand side equal to n. Look at the equation on the right-hand side of the screen and zero in on the equal sign. We've got negative 1.3 by itself on the left, so no like terms there, but we do have two variable terms on the right-hand side. Put those together. 4.4 minus 3.4 is 1, and then rewrite it. The negative 1.3 equals x, drop the 1, minus 4.2, and we're going to move the minus 4.2, we're going to add it in order to move it, and that gives us 2.9 on the left hand side equal to n. So be careful as you work through these and practice a lot.